The South African National Road Agency, also known as SANRAL, is responsible for the maintenance, development and management of South Africa's road network, which includes the regional and provincial routes. The road network in the Western region comprises of the Western and the Northern Cape. Today, we will be focusing on the resurfacing of the National Route 1 section between Kielenhof and Walker Street in Paarl, and the N8 section between Campbell and Kimberley, where the periodic maintenance projects will be highlighted. But before we get to that, what is periodic maintenance and why is it so important? A typical maintenance project consists of sealing cracks as soon as possible, repairing surface failures before they develop into potholes, resealing the road surface before the existing surface becomes permeable. Now, periodic maintenance does not consist of patching potholes.
My name is Friedel van der Merwe and I'm a project engineer, so I manage projects, different types of projects. We appoint consultants who do the design and site supervision, and then they prepare contract documents, and then we go out and tender for contractors and they actually do the work. We've got the ITIS system that starts from one of these big trucks where it does a surveillance of all the roads on an annual basis. They drive over all the roads. And then that surveillance truck picks up like defects on the road, rutting and the surface, what is like the cracking and all that. So it gets fed into a site ITIS system which flags some projects to say, or pieces, sections of road that needs attention. Then we've got annually we do a panel inspection where they go out and then they visit all these roads and then they define it more and say, okay, this piece of road from here to here needs a certain action. Then it's put on the budget, and then money is allocated to it, and then we appoint a consultant to do the design or go do investigations and do a design, and then go out and tender for a contract, and then eventually the construction takes place.
SANRAL has set out 5 strategic pillars, namely roads, stakeholders, mobility, and road safety and transformation.
My name is Tepisha Carey. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Kimberley, and my position here is as a flag lady. I actually found it on social media on Facebook. So someone posted that they're looking for some people to come work for Taupele. That's when I actually applied for the job. I've been happy since day one because of actually I have quite a lot of experience in construction. So far I'm happy actually. As a flag lady, actually I have to make sure that there are no accident causes, to warn people and to manage the traffic.
We've got on all our roads, we've got the routine maintenance contractors, and I think lately they appointed for 5 years. So they do the basic things like grass cutting, accident damage, fixing of the fence, guardrails, minor repairs, things like that. So that is on all our roads.
According to SANRAL's integrated report on road maintenance in the Western region, the vast road network of the Northern Cape has seen a significant increase in traffic load, particularly heavy-duty vehicles. This has had an impact on the condition of the roads and the associated maintenance.
My name is Marius Prinsloo. I'm the contract manager on this contract. I'm a director in Taupele, and Taupele is a level 1 BE, 9 CE contractor, competing mainly in the road industry. SANRAL is regarded maybe more than a client, it's a strategic partner. SANRAL plays a very vital role in the road building industry in South Africa, and we have high regards for SANRAL. So if it's not for SANRAL, we would probably have more difficulty in sustaining a good industry in South Africa. Focusing on SMMEs, on this contract we've employed a total of 30 contractors and almost 200 labourers for most of the duration of the construction period. This is predominantly a special maintenance contract which entails some repair work, a little bit of ancillary works like H-beams, farm entrances, fencing repairs and so on, but the prominent part of the contract was a surfacing seal, which we are busy with at the moment.
The Western region had a total of 86 projects awarded, including 20 periodic road maintenance awards and around 6.9 billion spent in road infrastructure upgrades between 2022 and 2023, and the resurfacing of the National Route 1 section between Kielenhof and Market Street in Paarl is one of these projects.
So my name is Adam Jeppy. I'm the on-site resident engineer for the resurfacing of the N1. I work for Siricon Consulting Engineers, so we oversee construction and we give direction and advice to the contractor who does the actual construction, the contractor being Civils 2000 in this case.
With completion expected to be end of April 2024, the work done on the N1 main line includes repairing of surface and minor base failures, reconstruction of gravel shoulder, millings used as infill material, removal of guardrails and refurbishment of rails, clearing of drain structures and earth drains, reconstruction of road markings and road studs.
So the project is obviously to rehabilitate the surface of the highway to extend the lifespan beyond what it was initially designed for without having to completely reconstruct, so it's a little bit of cost saving and you get a couple more years out of the road. I'm responsible for supervision for on-site decision making and advice to the contractor who has specifications within which they need to work, but when variation happens on site, then I'm here to give them direction on what to do.
Now, a project of this nature cannot be completed without the integration of local communities into the process. The establishment of the Project Liaison Committee, also known as PLC, is integral to the success of this project by the road agency. The committee is made up of identified stakeholders such as the local municipalities and the local communities, creating a platform for liaison, execution of work and creating employment. They also function as an information portal for local communities to find out about opportunities SANRAL provides, such as bursaries, in-training programs, internships and scholarships.
So planning and preparation phase started in April 2023 and construction started around July, August. So it was a couple of months of planning, site establishment, making sure all the teams are on site and that supply can be arranged for the asphalt and all the other materials required. So we started construction in July of last year.
During the mobilization period, the involvement of the local community and SMMEs becomes an integral part of the project, as there are opportunities for accredited training and job creation for locals during the projects. Furthermore, these targeted individuals and SMMEs are typically youth and women in an effort to further uplift and upskill the neighboring communities.
We collaborate with a contractor by directing them and advising them, and they can obviously also respond to us and give their opinion because they obviously know their teams, they know their capabilities, they know their workload that they can handle. So we try to find a happy middle with what we want from the client side, from the engineers, and what's possible and from the contractor side.
The N8 Section 8 was divided into various resale projects which are roughly 20 kilometers in length. The two projects located between kilometer 57.2 and 99.5 are located in the Francis Bart District Municipality in the Salt Plaatje local municipality.
So from that side, yes. From a construction side, I think the normal sort of construction, we constructed an armor seal, and in this extreme heat, measuring road temperatures of 75 degrees with day temperatures of almost 40 degrees, sometimes over 40. We had some bleeding which had to be repaired, so there was technical difficulties and challenges, I think of which all of them were overcome. In my view, it's a contract aimed at preserving the infrastructure. The road was in a condition where it would have started exhibiting structural failures in the short to medium term, and by timeously resealing the contract, you preserve the infrastructure for the next 10 to 15 years probably, which has a benefit to all road users, and especially because it's a primary route in the Northern Cape.
The scope of work for these projects entailed, but not limited to, a mobilization period to undertake, amongst others, stakeholder liaison and procurement planning for targeted enterprises. Establishment on site, including the provision of a site laboratory and facilities for the engineer. compliance with occupational health and safety and environmental regulations, pre-treatment of the existing pavement surface by sealing cracks, rut filling, edge break repairs, and localized patching of failed areas.
So this is obviously the big road in the country. So we knew coming into it would be quite an undertaking. Not that we weren't up to it, but we've been obviously managing our standards and putting our best foot forward and making sure the work is of a quality. And there's definitely been quite a learning curve. I mean, not to get too technical, but the resurfacing we're doing is a modified bitumen asphalt. So we struggled with temperatures a lot, and then we had to do management for how we can make it work in the winter months and what kind of timelines we need for supply from the plant, that kind of thing. I mean, so it's very unnecessarily technical, but a lot of things pop up, and you just got to fix it on the day. See, with heavy vehicles, you've got much higher loading than normal traffic, so that would incur a much more decay of the structural capability of the road. But these roads, fortunately, are designed to handle that.
With periodic maintenance comes prolonged interruptions of the flow of traffic with lane closures. SANRAL has advised that motorists please exercise caution and patience as they navigate these active construction sites.
Like every day, like some people are so patient. So and then mostly happy. That's why the accident because of
So, now that we know better about the upkeep of our roads and the completed and upcoming projects by SANRAL in the Western region, we need to make sure that we stick to the amended rules of the road so we can all arrive alive.